What are the things I don't like about Doom Eternal? I have dozens of videos on strategy, design philosophy, reviews, all reflecting my love for Doom Eternal. It's one of my favorite games of all time, but I've only mentioned the negatives sporadically. I'm too busy glazing it with my Riz. So after 5 years, how about we put it all together in one video? The top 10 things Under the Mayo hates about Doom Eternal. Number 1, the timeline skip. It was incredibly jarring to have Eternal suddenly start on a floating space castle after waiting 4 years to see what happened after Doom 2016. Samuel Hayden had the Doomslayer trapped in stasis after killing the Spider Mastermind. And then what? What happened? How did he end up where he is in Eternal? The game just doesn't tell us, and it's disappointing. Number 2, the Purple Goo in Exultia. I think literally everyone can agree on this one. These Purple Goo sections in just the second level of the game did nothing but annoy, especially if you weren't feeling the game yet at that point. They just made you not like it more. I guess they were supposed to emphasize how mobile you really are when you get out, but it was a failure. Now, I'll tell you, I actually like the Purple Goo when implemented appropriately as a combat hazard. Here in Art Complex, you can see puddles of it in an area that has monkey bars, a jump pad, and several vertical points of advantage. Purple Goo can be an interesting hazard, but when it's just walking through giant pools of it, taking away all your mobility right after the game is supposed to be teaching you about how to use your mobility, yeah, it didn't work.
There's a lot of things you could do, but what they did do didn't really work that well.
That's the best way to say it.
Number 3, Unskippable Sections. I'm talking about the battery animations and the Ripitorium especially. Did you know there's a cool animation skip with equipment and the battery pickups in Exultia? If you switch weapons right before interacting with it, the animation doesn't play. It's a really cool trick. But in the hub world, every time you put in a battery, you gotta sit there for the whole thing, over and over. And the reason this is tiring is because of Ultra Nightmare runs, or 100% runs. We play the game over and over, and we wish we could just skip stuff like this. And Ultra Nightmare is why the Ripitorium becomes a problem. It's a cute idea, sure. I got a good chuckle out of the idea of the Doomslayer keeping demons prisoner for his own personal practice room. But, you know, after the 20th playthrough, I just want to get to the next real level. I do actually like the hub world as a breather between levels, but the Ripitorium detour gets old, especially since it's right before level 3, Cultist Base, which is where many Ultra Nightmare attempts come to an end, so you're gonna play the Ripitorium a lot. And while we're at it, how about we skip that opening monologue completely too? If I hear King Novik one more time, I'm gonna blow my brains out.
Rip and tear until it is done.
Number 4, the Tutorialization. So Doom Eternal was a game that needed to introduce a lot of people to a bunch of concepts they weren't familiar with yet. Therefore, the opening levels show you a lot of mechanics quickly with pop-ups and text for all of them. Weapon mods, weapon upgrades, sentinel crystals with their own upgrades that unlock more upgrades. Frag grenade, freeze grenade, flame belch, glory kill, chainsaw, blood punch, double dash, enemy weak points, platforming, the map, the compass. Holy shit! All of this in the first 2 levels. No wonder they wanted to simplify things for the Dark Ages. This is one of the things I've changed my mind on over the years. Eternal could have done a much better job at introducing itself, and I'm sure the reason for the sloppy onboarding process is because they figured out their gameplay late into development and had to come up with a way to teach all this stuff they added to the game. That's my theory. The constant interruptions in the first level put people off when they just wanted to play the game. I expect the Dark Ages to be better about this. Number 5, the Blood Punch glitch. If you played Doom Eternal in the first year, the Blood Punch used to be a mess. For reasons I still don't know, it just wouldn't come out. One of your most powerful options, and something the combat is balanced around, would simply fail randomly and you're left swinging your puny punch at a Mancubus point blank and now you're dead. It was an issue for nearly 9 months until id set up a small testing team, myself included, to help them fix it. And they did, kinda. Blood Punch never fails anymore, but it will randomly trigger against glory killable demons from time to time. It sucks, but if it's a choice between that and the Blood Punch not working, I'll take this. While I'm here, I'm going to add the meat hook randomly not connecting. I mean, it does connect, but then it immediately disconnects. I don't know what's going on, but it's really annoying when it happens. Number 6, General Marauder Glitchness. My channel took off because of the Marauder. I defended him against the screams and cries around the world. I still defend him. I still think he's fun to kill and try to do combos against. But I can't deny he's got some messed up programming. His behavior can be inconsistent, and the fact that he blocks friendly fire that causes him to stop what he's doing and also makes him spawn a dog, which should only be caused by shooting him yourself, it turns an enemy that I think is a really cool addition into an occasionally frustrating encounter.
Number 7 is basically like the whole game, you know? I mean, there's literally no ammo. Every time I shoot all my bullets, I don't have any more. So I can't spam the gun I like and be creative. I shouldn't have to play the game they made. But I don't even really want to play it, because literally every room is full of Mario fire poles. This isn't Mario, you know? I don't want to play Super Mario. It's horrible and wrong. As a society, we're past these harmful Mexican stereotypes, or at least I'd like to think so. Mexicans don't just run around jumping everywhere. Not anymore. Is Doom Guy supposed to be some kind of Mexican demon-killing mariachi? Why don't you just put him in a giant fucking jalapeno costume already? I mean, he's already green. Is there someone I can call and talk to about this? Because I have a lot more to complain about.
Who the hell are you? Oh, get the fuck out of my house, you weirdo! Jesus. My God. How many fans did he turn on? What are these microphone settings? Number 7, all the characters being special. A lot of people weren't too big on the reveal of Samuel Hayden as the Seraphim and Vega as the Father. I'm with them on that. I found the idea of Hayden being a scientist who transferred his mind to a robot because of brain cancer to be a lot cooler than the idea that he's actually some kind of soul transference of an alien ancient being with a connection to the Doomslayer on Argent D'Nur. I liked the relative simplicity of the character's origins. But I also don't like how the DLC establishes the Slayer as a man with a special origin. A prime evil created as a constant of the universe or something? I guess like Neo being an anomaly in Matrix Reloaded? I don't know what the fuck is going on. Doom Guy was always just a Marine who ended up in hell, and I like what Doom 2016 did by talking about how he was eventually given extra power and armor. That's cool, but he was still just a tough guy originally. I think changing it to be that he's some special being, specially created with the Dark Lord looking just like him, and this is all destiny, I guess, I'm not into it. I think it takes away from the character and makes him less interesting. It feels like it's all just fate now. Speaking of the Slayer, number 8, the Slayer talks!
Guts. Huge guts. Kill them. Must kill them all.
Nope, it was a mistake to have him talk. I actually love the flashbacks of him washing up on the shores of Argent D'Nur after Doom 64, a tired and delirious Doom Guy coming to another world's civilization and working his way up. I love that part of the story. I love that he's the reason they know about demons and it causes the Makers to work with hell. I think that's all awesome.
I want to know more about the others he speaks of.
Yes, Your Grace.
I just don't think we should have actually heard his words because it comes across as really cringy.
Up and tear.
Number 9, lack of character development. If you didn't read the lore pages of Doom 2016, you have no idea who the Betrayer is. His story is immensely important in Doom lore, the selling out of his people for the life of his son, who was turned into the icon of sin. None of this is told to us in-game, and it's so important. Doom Eternal just acts like we all know who he is, and I assure you the vast majority do not. They don't know that the icon of sin's heart belongs to his son. It's a case of the developers biting off more than they can chew. Even as someone who does know the lore, it wasn't very satisfying.
Hey, Abel, is there anything that you hate about Doom Eternal?
About Doom Eternal?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they added the nouveau.
Right, de nouveau. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. They removed it. What? I'm gonna run you, bitch!
And number 10, the Dark Lord boss fight. I don't feel like relitigating this issue, I've already covered it twice. It brings up bad memories, so I'll just refer you to my video on the DLC controversy, and you can watch the section on the Dark Lord. And how's that for an anticlimactic ending? That's my list of 10 things I don't like about my favorite shooter of all time. These things do not make me love the game any less, but you know, people seem to think I'm blind to any flaws it has, so it was time to put this out there. And if a game I think is near perfect can have things I dislike this strongly, you can bet your ass there's gonna be things in the Dark Ages I feel the same way about. But I'm gonna try to not let that distract me from the fun on offer, and I suggest everyone just temper their expectations, go in with an open mind, and have some fun. Things are about to get crazy.
Mexicans don't just run around jumping everywhere. Not anymore.